Hey, what is going on, my beautiful, healthy people? It is Elmira here again, always helping you become a self care boss. I am your licensed massage therapist, body worker, spirit worker, healing artist, all of that. Today, I want to take some time to share my sacred woman story. Some of you may know based on videos you've seen here on my YouTube channel or other locations or hearing it directly from me, know that I participated in Queen AFUA Sacred Woman program in the fall of 2020. I actually just ascended and so grateful to do that in January of 2021. What is Sacred Woman, you ask? It is actually based on this book right here. This is like the healing Bible. This book was released a little over 20 years ago. It's called Sacred Woman, A Guide to Healing the Feminine Body, Mind, and Spirit. A quick story about this book, and I'm actually sitting in front of my altar right now. But a quick story, I bought this book I'd say about a year and a half ago. I started reading it, and this has been the story of many sisters. I started reading it. I found, some different poems and uh, directives, which I love, but then I didn't get it. I ended up putting it down. But last year, I was doing some research, and this was, at the end of last summer. I was doing some research and was I saw a Sacred Woman program was available. It's a 12-week rites of passage. And I kept mulling it over, and I'm like, I think that's something I need. With me being a healer, it's always good to devote some time to healing yourself, to uncover some additional things, to brushing up, to release emotional pains, and that is why I joined because I knew with the work I do with you all, with clients, just in general, I needed to go deeper. I needed to be in a space where I could glean knowledge from somebody who's been doing it forever. And what was perfect about the program too is with COVID, it was available online. For many years, the Sacred Woman program was only available in the New York area where Queen Afua originated. And for me, God was only speaking and saying, Elmira, this is your time. You just got the book. You have the time. You're in a place of reflection. Do it. Because let me tell you, I almost spent the money on public relations. I'm so glad I didn't. What was my experience? When I paid my money, I didn't know what I was signing up for. Much like when I bought the book, I didn't know what the book was. Well, I knew what it was about generally, but once you begin thumbing through the pages, you get all the specifics. You're basically in our program. We went through 12 gateways, one each week. We focused on the womb. We focused on movement. We focused on our inner child, our mesh connect, known as our divine purpose, sacred time, everything. And it's all here in this book. I didn't know what I was signing up for. We were required to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning to do our spiritual practices, sit at the altar, all of that. When I initially started that first week, I was like, what did I sign up for? What did I sign up for? But as we progressed, and I felt layers being lifted off of me and my heart becoming lighter, just like my feather I have here on my altar. I felt more of my truth coming out, more of myself. And it's what I teach. We were also required to, at the end, when it's ready for us to ascend or, graduate, we had to select one of the gateways, one of the guardians to graduate in, whichever one we felt had the most impact on us. And for me, that was Bess. Bess is all about sacred movement. What does that mean to me? It means releasing attachments, releasing old attachments, because the week we were in that gateway of Bess, I had actually traveled back home to Virginia for my cousin's wedding, and so much happened that week. It was raining. I had to sing at the wedding. Everything went great at the wedding. It was the first time I ever stayed at a different place other than my mom's home when I went home. I was just having a lot was being released, and it was about moving on, letting go of those attachments. During that trip, I also let go of a client I had for 12 years, not because he did anything wrong. It was time to let it go. It was during graduation, our graduation drama. That's what we do. At the end, we do a drama to graduate in. My affirmation was and still is I release attachments to the old so that I can make room for romantic love and a baby. That's what I got on this journey. My body feels better. We learn how to eat better. I stopped eating meat. Prior to us beginning last September, I had given up chicken. I was already not eating beef and those things, but chicken was the last thing. Y'all know I was loving on some Chick-fil-A, and it was I knew my body was going to feel better, feel lighter, my skin more glowing, all of those things, more energy. And my experience has been phenomenal getting to connect with all of these women from across the world, share my story, intimacy, knowing I have a place to heal, a place to discuss things I may not be able to discuss with other people because I'm always helping. I'm always helping someone else. And it just, and Queen Afua, Queen Esther, all of our moots, our people who guided us and directed us, my mentor group. I had an amazing time because people have been asking me here recently. They're like, you're just glowing and go. A part of that is the Sacred Woman program and me learning how to love myself even more. As you see, this is even the poster up there outlining the different gateways. This gave me a new lease on life, redirected my path as a feminine woman. You know, I, of course, always been a feminine woman, but sometimes in this society, we're not always in touch with those aspects of our life, particularly for me, having to, running a business, controlling things, being ambitious, creative, a visionary. Sometimes I can neglect, the softer side of things and allowing. That's what I learned in this program. Allowing things to happen, being even more free spirited than I am, and just releasing the attachments. Listen to that, releasing the attachments to the old to make room for whatever is coming. That's part of sacred movement. It's moving on. Plus, I just reunited, and it feels so good. I reunited with my love for dance. I'm always dancing around my apartment. However, during the program, I started dancing even more and understood because I've always danced. I've taken, with me being a performer, I took jazz as an adult. I had started to neglect that part. And when we move, and this is what I'm always doing with my massage clients too, moving that dead energy, that dead weight, those old emotions, those things aren't serving your life. When we move, we release, just let it go. Let that stuff go. You got to discard it, put it in the trash can, and I recommend the Sacred Woman program to anyone. And not only does Queen Afua has a Sacred Woman program, there is a Man Heal Thyself for the men too. Go to queenafua.com to check it out. That's my experience in a nutshell. Of course, there's more specifics, but I just wanted to share that with you. You can book your healing massage with me at theselfcareboss.com. That is theselfcareboss.com. I also have a 4-week self-care boss program whereby you can learn to love yourself in 30 days. Learn to love yourself in 30 days. We have there's a course workbook, there's coaching sessions. You get 4 healing massage sessions. I'd love to have you in that. Sign up for a consultation at theselfcareboss.com/program. Until next time, my beautiful, healthy people, make it a relaxing day and Be a sacred, sacred woman.